Hear he. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's Resident Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flash in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Resident Isaac Hayes, King Too Cold, bro, Chacho. What's good?
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, cool. Because I had to replug my mic and act like it wasn't showing me that it was working. I wasn't sure I had to go back out. What's good with you, bro, man? It's the Wednesday night block party, man. Right now, we got that main event on Dynamite. The Young Bucks, super kicking those young guns, the guns off the stage. And right now, man, giving them boys a show as they prepare for FTR in a week for those AEW tag team championships. But other than that, man, like I said, it's Wednesday night. Y'all know what that is. Y'all know what it means. It's the Wednesday night block party, baby. So,
yes,
bro, what's good with you?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, maxing and relaxing. I was chilling. I was cool. When I was shooting some b-ball outside, I was cool, but I'm going to stop before we get copyright. Yeah. But, no, man. Hey, look, man, I'm chilling on the Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? I got my double IPA popping. I know you got your gin over there popping. And, we got the people, man. We live and direct. I mean, look, man. Hey, I'm blessed by the best. I ain't got no complaints. I get to talk to my bro Hamilton with the Tupac shirt. My wife got the same shirt. How you doing? I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I'm ready to rock and roll. Hey, y'all twinsies, man. Y'all twinsies. Hey, man, you know something I don't know?
Man, that's all I know, man.
Yeah,
thug life. You don't talk about thug life. But nah, man. Yeah, man. A few weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
We didn't even know what the hell the card was going to be for All In.
Nope.
After tonight, we got like 8 matches.
Yeah.
We got 8 matches for this card, man. So we definitely want the people's thought on the pay-per-view card, what Tony has put together so far.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, man, look, we got picture-in-picture going on right now. Let me turn this down a little bit. Only the TV in the background taking over. Man, let's start with the beginning, man. We got that boy Orange Cassidy going up against Wheeler Yuta for the AEW International Championship. Not a bad match. It was a pretty decent, good opener. Nothing too crazy. Of course, the BCC came out, Claudio and Moxley, to try to help Wheeler, get the advantage over, Orange Cassidy. But OC was able to take the advantage himself, get the victory, retain his championship, but at the cost of a beatdown by the CCC. Then, of course, man, we got the best friends. We got Trent and Chucky D coming back out. And then, of course, they got beat down because they were outnumbered. But then we get the Lucha Bros coming out. And then we get Eddie Kingston coming out. So now Eddie Kingston is back. And then, of course, we find out one of the matches that was added to the pay-per-view that they going to give to these folks over here in London. They going to give these folks the first ever International Stadium Stampede. We gonna get the best friends and Death Triangle 2.0 with Eddie Kingston and Lucha Bros, whatever you want to call it, against the BCC and whoever they pick to be on their team.
I mean, bro, I'm excited. When you and I, when we were talking before we got on air, and they was running over the match card, I'm like, yo, it's about to be Eddie and the Lucha Bros. Hold on, Eddie and the Lucha Bros and the best friends all on the same team? Get the hell out of here. Then, of course, going up against the BCC and 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 mystery opponents. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, Tony Khan in this bag. And then I'm like, hold on, wait. The math ain't mathing. Oh, this is a 12-person match? Oh, bro, they about to show out. I'm ready. I know you ready. I mean, look, I know you ready to do this.
Stampede, and it's a stadium stampede. It's going all over the place. What up, Champ is trash tonight, man, because he coming out saying some crazy things already.
But think about this.
What's up?
80,000 people. A stadium stampede in the mix of 80,000. We seen what they can do in Jacksonville. Imagine Wembley. Oh, bro, it's shenanigans. I'm ready for all the
shenanigans. You know it's gonna be some shenanigans, man. Especially with this group of people. And it's like, damn, these are all crazy. They all crazy. They all gonna do something crazy. Like, there's not a non-crazy person in this match. I
Yeah.
expect to see something that they probably shouldn't do, and the crowd is gonna go crazy for it, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Champ says how great are Adam Cole and MJF. Hey, man, right now they rocking out like rock stars. What up, Doug? What's up with you,
Dub,
man?
dub, dub, dub.
But yeah, definitely interested and intrigued into that stadium stampede that got added. Then of course, man, after that, man, we had Kenny Omega sitting down with the one and only JR. It just pretty much led to Kenny being so confused about Don Callis, and then of course Don Callis walking up for Bullet Club Gold to
Yeah.
jump Kenny Omega, and then of course Takesha he interfered later on. But then it pretty much set up for Adam Page to do a promo backstage at the arena and not at the hospital. Where he was pretending to be at the hospital with Omega, but uh, yeah, man. Apparently, we're gonna get another trios match. It's gonna be Shibata. Did I say that right? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Shibata going up again with Page and Kenny Omega against Buddha Club Go and Takesha. That's another added match to the pay per view. So it's like, okay, all right. I thought it was going to be Takesha versus Omega. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'll take that one-on-one match. I'm okay with that. But Tony wanted to maximize the star power and give people opportunity. I'm not mad about it. It's a big show. You want to have as many folks as possible. So you found a way for it to work, especially within what's going on between these factions and these people. So I'm cool with that. Bro, what are your thoughts on that match being added?
No, I mean I'm excited, and Bully Ray. I'm paraphrasing here because I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said, Tony Khan. He doesn't think of Tony Khan in the sense of a traditional booker. Tony Khan books matches from a fan standpoint, fantasy booking, and just hopes shit sticks. And which, to a degree, I would agree. I mean, I will
He ain't
say there
wrong.
are
He ain't
certain
wrong.
storylines that are in fact built upon the actual story or develop into a story, but this card is the perfect example of what Bully was saying. I mean, look at this. Nobody knew this was going to be a match a week ago, and here we are. Here's a match. It's basically a glorified fantasy match. However, we've seen enough of these people, especially on AEW television, to have enough faith that it's going to be a pretty solid match. So hey, just off the strength of that, I want to see it. And again, anything that Tony Khan books, whether I know who these guys are or not, I've seen enough, and he's proven enough to me as a fan to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna doubt it. I'm just gonna wait and see. Worst case scenario, I go into it with no expectations and come out more pleased than what I thought I was gonna be in the first place.
I already said it's a glorified house show.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already gone on record of saying that because originally when it was announced, we didn't even know it was going to be a pay per view. We thought it was going to be a
TV show.
TV show. So it was like, all
Yeah,
right, we didn't really, he'll put on a good quality TV show. Cool, no problem. They'll do it from Wembley live.
yeah,
Cool, no problem. All right, that'll be awesome. Then they turned it into a pay per view. Like, oh, okay, now this is gonna now you're gonna have to add more to it,
yeah,
and because it's a pay per view, it's like, yeah, you want to get as many, like I said, you want to get as many people on it as possible, which makes it kind of more of a house show kind of thing that you're doing. But
yeah,
again, with the way that AEW talent is looked at and built and how they're structured, it fits for them because they're up and coming wrestlers. They're guys that there are the names that we want to see: the Jerichos, the Kenny Omegas,
right, right.
the Adam Coles, and then you got the Darby Allens, the Orange Cassidys, and you got a little mixture of the people that have been coming up and folks want to see, and then you got the folks that's already been well established. It's just all about making the matches make sense. But again, I
Right.
told you, you don't need a storyline for every single match. Some of these matches you can just really just you could just make a match out of it. And that's what Tony's doing. He's making
Yeah.
matches out of some of these matches because these people have history. That's the thing. A lot of these people have history. Right now, as the Bullet Club Gold is beating down on the Elite. they got history. So it ain't like, oh, it's a random, we don't know why. Nah, man, they all got history with each other right now, man, and they're jockeying for position in the tag team division. Like that's all that's what this really is, and that's what it comes down to. And of course, man, because also Kenny is cool with the Young Bucks. So
Yeah.
again, there's connection to it. It may not be 5-star storyline connection, but it's enough there to say, you know what, since you want to help out and interfere with this and this person, how about we'll take the Bullet Club Gold and Takesha. You got to face Hank Adam Page and Kenny Omega and Shibata. There you go. All in Wembley Stadium. We're gonna blow the roof off. All right, man. Cool, cool. TK. All right, TK. That's cool. No problem.
And, and my thing is, like you say, all you need is a little bit. All you need is a little bit. And the one thing I would say about TK, and one thing I love about him is he would go back 10, 15, 20 years to a feud that happened way long ago.
And just
If it means that he
sprinkle
can get
enough
some
on it
juice
just
out
to
of
say,
it.
"Ooh, okay, I want to see where
Yeah.
this goes." Yeah.
Yeah. Like even Samoa Joe and CM Punk. CM Punk ain't wrestled before he came back to WWE in 7 years. Before then, you didn't hear shit about CM Punk and Samoa Joe, but they took it back to the ROH days, and things like that. And who would have thought 15 years later it would have paid off into something that was worth seeing. So like you say, Tony Khan, if it's a little bit of juice left in that thing, man, he gonna squeeze it out. And like you say, it ain't got to be a lot, it ain't got to be 5-star. It's just got to be enough to make it make sense. And even if it don't make sense, like you say, Tony Khan, he'll pull some shit out of thin air, but he has a reason. There's always a reason for what he do. And even if it don't pay off in that moment, he might come back and revisit it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, like we've seen him do, and tie up the loose ends then. So nah, man. Hey, like you say, hey, I'm down. I'm ready. Like you say, if you go into this expecting anything more than a glorified house show, you're going to be mistaken.
Right.
I say it has the title of a pay-per-view, but I think we all know the main pay-per-view is All Out. We know this, right?
But not only that, man. It's because it's the first international show in Wembley, so it's like
So you're gonna bring
only
out a lot
putting
more stuff.
on for this. It's like
Yeah,
if this was the 5th, 6th, 10th show,
yeah,
that'd be a different feeling. It'd be a different reason. Like, all right, man, y'all been doing this for a while. You know what happens when you come over here. You need to put on a good quality show, TK.
yeah.
Cool. This is the first one, man. And you got to think about it. We still got Brian Danielson out. Jay Cargill ain't there. There's still like a little bit pieces and parts of people that ain't there, but you still got so many other folks are there.
Yeah,
Somehow, some way, CM Punk's gonna show up at All In.
oh
Jericho's gonna be at All In. Like, dude, all these, like I say, all these guys and folks that we've been watching coming up, and the ones that we've been invested in for so long now, we're gonna see all these people show up, and
yeah,
they're gonna give fan service. That's all this is. It's we know
yeah.
y'all don't get to see a lot of our live shows, but hey, we here, and not only we here, but we all in. Like, like that's
Literally,
it's all in because
literally.
he brought everybody. So
Yeah,
it's like, bro,
yeah,
I'm bringing everybody possible just for y'all to enjoy the show and to see everybody in the cheers. That is exactly what this is for, man. It is nothing more than that. Are you going? But do I expect people to critique the matches? Of course, we're going to critique the matches. You damn straight, because some of these matches, I expect it to be a
yeah,
barn burner.
yeah,
Some of these matches, it's like, man, it's just for show. It's namesakes. It's just the people in name. They're gonna go out there. They're gonna do some stuff. The people gonna go crazy. All right, man, cool. Take some pictures. Next, let's go. Who's next?
yeah, yeah,
Anything beyond that, man, you really just you're looking to piss yourself off.
yeah.
As as the champ says, the LCJ versus the franchise will draw a capacity crowd at the Panini's parking lot. Yeah, just like they did in yeah, you're right about that one. Doug says, man, what do you think about the Texas Chainsaw match? I don't want to think about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a glorified botch fest. It too many moving parts. I mean, I guess that was come to be expected, but still too many moving parts. Then Doug says, man, during the Texas Chainsaw match, man, I was looking at Paul White, the Big Show, to come out, not the other big man down. Nah, Paul ain't coming out to do nothing like that no more. He's backstage. He's truly backstage. He's not trying to do in ring stuff. He didn't got that new hip. He didn't got used to that semi retirement of wrestling and just being a guy in the back. And that's a different life for a guy like him, man. You see how happy the Undertaker looks. You see how he looks right now. So Paul, them big guys and these new hips, they gotta they gotta take it easy.
My boy said them hips don't lie.
Man, they don't lie, because if they tell you your ass go out there, you ain't walking back. so you best listen to the truth. But again, this would be a nice little cool little match to have for the pay-per-view. Again, just to fill out the pay-per-view star power, and again, we'll go from there until another star power. Jericho comes out, he tells Don Callis he will join him. Don Callis was shocked. They wanted to leave. What up, Leo? They wanted to leave.
What's up, bro?
But Jericho wanted to see the painting, but the painting was of Don Callis basically dissing Jericho because he didn't think Jericho was going to say yes, because he figured Jericho ego wouldn't allow him to. Back and forth. It basically led to Jericho basically telling Don he can screw himself, he's an asshole. And then of course out comes who was it?
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. No. Who was first? It wasn't Will Ospreay first. It was it Takesha? It was Takesha first. Yeah, I think it was Takesha first. Takesha came out first.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the order. Was it Takesha first?
It was Takesha because he came out with the chair, and then Jericho got out of him, and then it was Ospreay afterwards. Then of course, like you said, then it set up all like, okay, Ospreay back. Now we were talking about Ospreay coming back, and or for Kenny Omega, but Ospreay has decided he wants to go up against a legend at his hometown at All In, and he's gonna go up against Chris Jericho. Now, if memory serves me correctly, he is still the IWGP United States champion, I believe. So if this becomes a title match, that'd be kind of cool. And I'm pretty sure this will also pay off on something that happened while Jericho was in New Japan, when he had his time in New Japan, and Kenny and Ospreay and all these other guys were coming up and having matches and all this other stuff. So I'm pretty sure there's something there. So even if it's small or whatever, but I'm pretty sure there's something there. So I'm okay with it. I'm cool. I don't expect it to be on the level what Omega and Ospreay was, but Jericho will make sure Ospreay looks good as he needs to be.
Yeah, and I think Ospreay's a credible enough worker and a safe enough worker that Jericho feels comfortable. You got to think about it, man. 80,000, Wembley Stadium, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho doesn't need this match. Ospreay does, but you're not going to put on this big of a show, the biggest show literally and figuratively in AEW's history, and not have your first ever AEW champion legend on the show. So it's like, hey, look, if that's what y'all going to do, cool. And then Jericho and Omega, they got history. Ospreay and Jericho got history. Ospreay and Omega got history. So it's just like, like you say, the whole New Japan, the whole tie-in with that. Like, again, this goes back to what we said earlier. TK, man, breadcrumbs. And to this day, I'm gonna use what you and all the gamers and the anime people say, man. I feel like I'm part of the community for this 1 second. Easter eggs, man. It's Easter eggs, bro. It's them little peeps that you get on Easter, them little yellow ducks that nobody eat outside of Easter.
Them the bad Easter shit you want. But you're right though, man. It's just the little things about it. And again, not every match will be as great. Some matches may be a bummer. Other, Leo says, "Isn't it crazy? One of AEW's best pay-per-views has a Paul White versus QT Marshall match in it. That's because they needed a bathroom break match, and that was the match. So, but for this pay-per-view, it's just more of names and just seeing people you didn't think you would ever see, in a one-on-one match, or match, whatever, man. And this is a fan service.
Yeah.
For me, it has to do good to where it's like, they gotta do another one. It has to be that good. But like I believe, excuse me, like you brought up a while ago, what's gonna happen for All Out? Like that, and that's gonna be the thing because All Out is really your one of your main pay-per-views. You're going into Chicago. What are you building up for that? Considering that's literally the next week. The next week. I thought there was a week in between All In and All Out.
Oh no.
It's literally next week. You're throwing back-to-back pay-per-views, TK.
That's why people was complaining about the $50 because they were like, damn, bro, like $100 in a 1 week span. That's why people was hoping like maybe it's gonna be a bundle deal. It don't look like like it's gonna be two $50 purchases, my guy.
All right, man. Well, look here. I feel bad for some people if they ain't got friends to chip in or two bros that alternate and switch off things how we do. But
here's the GOW. Somebody gonna get it done.
Boy, right? Like hey, one of us will get it. It'll be got. But I mean, but yeah, that's why there was the confusion on All In because, like you said, we thought it was gonna be a TV show. Like, all right, cool. Yeah. He'll put on the TV show, but then we know we got a pay-per-view coming up literally 2 weeks later. So it's a week later. So it's like it makes no sense to do back-to-back pay-per-views. But if TK pulls off 2 back-to-back pay-per-views, and I'm not even gonna say, yeah, Leo, yeah, man, you might as well go ahead and put up $100 for
Yeah.
You
get your pockets ready.
If TK puts off at least a 3.5 or better pay-per-view, I'm just saying, just saying out of 5, just out of 5. If TK could put on a 3.5 star pay-per-view for both shows, man, that would do big for them. That would do big for AEW because I don't think they got nothing else going on till Full Gear, and that's not till November. So,
and you know what?
Not August to September, and you can skip October.
Now that I think about it, outside of the price point, I don't have much doubt now that I'm collectively thinking of it. It's very possible that AEW can pull off, 2 pretty solid pay-per-views in a 1 week span. Because I'm thinking about WWE and I'm thinking about WrestleMania. And they've been pretty successful with the WrestleMania format, the 2-night format. Now, I would say here's the advantage that AEW has with this situation is that they have a week in between. So that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. The good thing for me is that week gives you enough time to where if you want to change things or alternate things or add things, depending on what All In does and the fallout from that, you can. Because I'm pretty sure TK has already got a vision for All In and All Out. But the thing is, until you hit Wembley Stadium, until you hit that 80,000, until you see what the ratings and the pay-per-view buys and how that crowd reacts to that card, you don't have to rush the very next day. You could take your time with that card, and if you need to do something on the Dynamite or a Rampage or a Collision, you got time. So I think that could work. I truly do.
You make a great point, but here's the problem. WWE doesn't have to put all their people on one night. When you think about WrestleMania night 1 and night 2, you're only getting half the card. The main event is on Sunday night when it's Roman Reigns, and then when you put on a few other matches, again, it's still is it quality over quantity? Yeah, a little bit, but you're not putting on everybody. And even if you don't put on everybody, if you want to bring someone over and do an impromptu kind of thing the next night, if you needed someone to do something double duty, you could do that. But I for AEW, the problem is that you again, what happens at All In, I feel like a lot of it, not a lot of it, but some of it is going to transition to All Out.
So do you think it's gonna be like a WrestleMania and then a WrestleMania Backlash type of deal?
I think so. I think that's what we're going to kind of get. Because you gotta you if you expecting people to pay for this pay-per-view, you gotta put on a good pay-per-view. And
Yeah,
you're literally are finna do a pay-per-view, then do a show, and then now got to build for the
yeah,
next pay-per-view.
yeah,
Like, bro, you got
yeah,
days to put out the card for the next pay-per-view. You ain't
yeah,
even got weeks or months. You have days to put out and you're just now finishing All In. Now, again, here's where
yeah,
2K gets a little bit of the man, you know what if he's already got this planned out? TK may already got it worked out. He already got it worked out what all in is, and he already got it worked out what all out is. He ain't just gonna tell nobody until it happens, and then when it happens, it's
right,
like,
right,
ooh, damn, okay, TK, like, all right, you kind of surprised me with this one or two few things, but some of
right.
this other stuff, like I said, I expected to be fallout from all in. So I we're gonna have to wait and see, man. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I want to run through the rest of this card real quick,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
If we were talking, man. Jack Perry's gonna retire the FTW title next week. The Gates of Agony lost to Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. Joker Sting came on to make a movie with my boy Nana, uh, as he was, as he kidnapped him to distract him from getting from Gates of Agony getting the victory. But basically, just setting up the coffin match between him and Swerve and AR Fox. Then, of course, man, we got the MJF Adam Cole going to Outback Steakhouse. These stupid vignettes, they're stupid. I don't know why we gotta like it, but it is stupid. But we keep liking it. And then, of course, man, we got Jericho issuing the challenge to Ospreay, and of course we
yeah,
already, we knew that was going to be accepted. Then you had a trash ass match between Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy. They were beating the hell out of each other, but it just got a little bit too much for me. It just turned me off, man.
he
Jarrett
said
picked
he
up.
wasn't turned on. He was turned
I was turned off by it. It was what it was. Britt Baker versus the Bunny was not a bad match. It was pretty good. I think Britt.
on.
Uh, you said, man, something's still off. I'm not inclined to disagree with you, but I think she's good enough. I think she's in this right stride for right now where
Yeah,
she can
yeah,
still do what she need to. Leo says, man, when Nana is better manager than Tully. I usually say, well, first of all, he says, I don't believe TK would do back to back if he didn't have a plan in place. I don't doubt that either. Uh, but again, it's just like, man, it took you all this time to really announce the card for one pay-per-view, and you got
yeah.
another one to do
Next
literally
week,
days later. So it's like, and no one knows what's on that card again. So it's like, TK, man, you in that dice game on the corner on the block, boy.
yeah,
You rolling with them boys, man. You bucking them boys right now. Uh and then he says, "Man, I'm glad it went from Tully Blanchard promotions to Prince Nana." Yeah, Tully. I think honestly, Tully was just getting up there in age, man. I don't think he can
yeah.
really keep up with it like he could or was doing when he first came in with FTR and when AEW started. Then he says, "Man, come on, man, you don't appreciate Leatherface." And it's not that I don't appreciate Leatherface. It's just, eh, eh, it was below mid.
Excuse
Uh,
me.
It was below mid. And then he says, Leo says, Darby Allin versus Lucha for the TNT at All Out. Um, oh, that's at All Out. Oh, okay. Well, then that's different. Well, that's a match. Okay, that's cool. We got that at All Out as we got I want to call you freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. I want to call you you blackberry. That's who you is. Freshly juiced blackberry.
Freshly juiced BBC.
ah, oh man, but hey man,
Milk Dud Anderson.
hey man, you stupid.
Oh
Oh
man,
man, but
hey,
no,
what
Darby versus Lucha for the TNT at All Out. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
what's up,
Fro,
bro?
what up, Fro?
What up, bro? Hey, Leo, don't be. You got one too many smiley faces. Stop laughing.
No, you know, you got just enough, man. You just got just enough.
Hey,
Then of course, man. But I want to run through this match card real quick, man. You know, since we talking about this,
absolutely.
the main event was the Young Bucks versus the Guns. The Young Bucks ended up winning. FTR came down after Bullet Club Gold came down to beat up the Young Bucks. Of course, they had to stand in the ring and pose and get us all ready and hyped for that tag team title match they got
Absolutely.
coming next Sunday. Uh oh, of course, I forgot the Acclaim got beat down by the House of Black. That happened.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course that was pretty much the end of the show. Um, but what I want to do is run down this card real quick, man, and get some thoughts, man. Uh, they don't cancel us. You stupid. While we got some folks in the building right now, man, definitely want to get people thoughts on this match card so far right now, as what is advertised right now. We still got one more week to go before it's official. Hopefully by Dynamite next week
Yeah.
we'll have the official card. So of course, we'll do our predictions for All In next Thursday. Um, but right now it's going to be Aussie Open versus MJ Cole.
Yeah.
That's the tag team name that I gave him, MJ Cole. Um, that's for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. That's at the final hour. That's the buy-in match. That's going to be that. I don't know if that'll be the only match on the buy-in, but we know that match will definitely be the. Well, he said at 5 p.m. So I'm thinking, damn, he's gonna be the very first match. I'm thinking it was gonna be the last match before the main pay-per-view come on, but
Yeah.
TK may have them be the first match. But then again, it's Wembley Stadium. It's 80,000 people. I can see everybody being there super dumb early. So that's gonna be crazy. But Luke, keep up with the comments after Leo laughing because we want to hear what the people say. So we
Yes,
got
indeed.
Aussie Open versus MJ and Cole. And then, of course, man, we're going to have Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland, AR Fox in a coffin match. And then, of course, man, it was made official. We got the Golden Elite with Shibata, Adam Hangman Page, Kenny Omega going up against those boys, Bullet Club Gold, that boy Jay White, that boy Big old Ego Head Juicy, and Takesha, aka Take a Shitter. Then we got Jericho, the Hall of Famer, going up against a future Hall of Famer in some people's eyes. That boy Will Ospreay. Hey, all it takes is a little bit to put a
A
match
little,
together.
little bit.
I can understand some people feeling like this come out of nowhere. There could be something there. Just because it wasn't all grand, but
Yeah.
there could have been there could be something there. We'll wait to see what Jericho will have to say next week. Then of course, man, we got the Stadium Stampede. Man, we're gonna get a new Stadium Stampede. We haven't seen one in years. They kind of retired it. Leo says 5 p.m. local, 12 p.m. our time. So yeah, that's the so it's gonna they're gonna be okay. Because the show starts at 1
Mm-hmm.
for us here. All right. Stadium Stampede, Eddie Kingston, Lucha Bros, the best friends with Orange Cassidy, going up against the BCC and 3 people of their choosing. Stadium Stampede, man. We've seen it without people. We've seen it with some people.
Yeah.
We're going to see it with a full crowd of
Yeah.
people. I mean, full. Thoughts?
I mean, I'm excited because we've seen the mayhem that
Right.
the Young Bucks and the Elite and the JAS and Jacksonville Stadium and Sammy. We've seen the craziness what they can do in front of no people. And like you said, we did get it in front of some people, eventually, but it didn't hit the same. But now you going overseas, over to the UK, over to Wembley, one of the most famed arenas in all of the land. I'm talking all of the land, baby. And then not only that, but then you got 80K. I mean, come on, man. They about to act a damn fool. I'm talking about it's gonna be blood flying in the crowd. It's gonna be sweat flying in the crowd. Somebody will get crop dusted. Yay, yay. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a.
They are going to tear Wembley up, man.
Oh, bro, like I guarantee you. TK gonna get that bill from the arena. Oh, because TK gonna get that bill because I see them fucking up everything. I see them leaving no stone unturned. Now, here's the thing. I want to say this. I hope they do like they did a year or two ago when John Moxley, like when the music was playing, they just let it play throughout the whole thing,
Oh
and then
yeah,
somebody got their head smashed. Hey, go ahead, let the music play. Just start whooping
yeah,
ass.
right. Just like the music play, man. Why not, man? We ain't got to turn it off, man. They don't need to hear what we can get. They got to hear what we say. He says, "Do y'all think Danielson returns for the match?"
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think so.
I'm not sure of the sincerity of his injury.
Because I think
I
he had to get a screw put in or something like
so
that.
I don't see him coming back being ready without further injuring himself.
Let me ask you
Anytime
this.
soon.
On the women's side, because remember, it was rumored that at Forbidden Door, Tony Khan wanted to have Mercedes Moné come. I think at the time for the fight, Jay Cargill, I believe. And
She
then after the
may be ready. I don't know if she's ready. Sure, I'm not 100% sure because I know she's coming back from a major injury. So
yeah.
again, with folks like that, not 100% sure. If so, I don't need them coming back too early and damaging themselves. I need you to come
Mhm.
back fully healthy, and do what they do. He says, "Do we get Harry Smith as one of the mystery partners for the BCC?" I mean, if he's interested in doing it, we could. I don't know about who to be because they can get anybody. You know, they can grab anybody from New Japan. They can grab anybody from Ring of Honor. They can grab anybody that we ain't thinking about that probably not in wrestling right now or taking some time.
I told you my thought, man. If you
Uh,
at least put
we can
Miro
get
with
him. We
him,
can get a Miro. Maybe Miro would join them, but he didn't work so well. Uh, he didn't. No, was that no? That was Pac that didn't work so well with them before. I don't know, man. But Miro don't seem to work well with groups either. So I,
yeah.
we'll see, man. But I don't know, and that's what I kind of like about it because it's like okay, surprise me, and I want to see who y'all gonna grab and bring to this thing. Uh, then of course, man, of course, one more of the title matches we got. FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Championship. The winner crowned best tag team in AEW. Then, of course, man, we got Britt Baker who beat the Bunny, who has now made it official. It is the official four-way for the Women's AEW Championship. Saraya going up against Sheeta, who was the former champion that just, I'm sorry, no, she's the current champion who just beat the former champion, Tony Storm. And, of course, we got another former champion and Britt Baker. Uh, that should be so far. The previous ones have been pretty good. I expect this one to be just as good, even if there's concerns for Saraya or Britt Baker. I still think there's enough for them to do in this match. Uh, Thoughts on that before I get to the main event?
Bro, like this one with the women's match, yo, one, I'm expecting time. Two, I'm expecting the ladies to do their part, bro. But I feel like this one, low key, you got some hitters in this match, man. Like if this go the way I'm envisioning it in my head,
Right.
hey, this could be a sleeper. But I really want the women man because we've been advocating for the women. We've been cheering the women on from the side. It's like, yo, this is a huge opportunity for the company. You got four of your top women, not only AEW in the world, on this big stage in front of 80K. I'm just praying, man, like everything goes as well as it can go. But I'm excited for it. Like this is one of my sleeper matches. I'm really looking forward to.
Fro says, man, they have to connect the Davy Boy Bret Hart connect. I mean, yeah, they can try to do that. They can try to do that if it works out. But honestly, uh, they can try to connect that. But they can try. I'm not. I don't even want to say anything else. I can't even suggest what I think they would do. Leo says, I'm glad Sheeta is getting her time as a champion in the full stadium. Most definitely. Sheeta needs to walk out and steal. Uh,
I don't think she held the title that long.
I don't know, man. When we get to our predictions next week, Leo, man, y'all might be looking at us crazy because boy, it's it's gonna be a hell of a card, man. Then of course, right now, I mean, of course, like I said, the final match that was officially announced tonight, which was already announced, but we know it's official, and of course, that's the main event match:
Yeah.
Adam Cole versus MJF AEW Championship match. The back and forth they had, it it hit on it hit, man, and I didn't think it was
Yeah.
going to hit. I was waiting for somebody to turn heel. I was waiting, or at least to turn on the other person, not to turn heel,
Right.
but
Right.
waiting for the other person to turn on the other person, and we didn't get it. And yet
Not yet.
they talked enough shit to each other about what they're going to do, and
Right.
after they're talking about what they're going to do as a tag team, but that one-on-one match, like they kept it real, and it's like, damn, I really want to see this match now. But I'm still waiting to see who's going to be the one to turn, even though they're still teasing Roddy is going to be the one that possibly cost Adam Cole.
Yeah. I'm thinking so too, because he a jealous little business.
Yeah, man. I this is not what I wanted to see out of Roddy. I don't
Yeah.
think this is the direction he had to go.
Pussified, my boy. He's pussified.
Right, man. He's walking around here kicking his foot, breaking his ankle, toes, and still wearing a neck brace. Like, dude, you just having this amount of bad luck. Like,
Yeah.
this is our true bad luck. This is Kurt Hawkins bad luck. This is
Bro.
MVP type of bad luck, man. You don't need that type of bad luck, bro. Uh, but yeah, man, that's the match card for All In. Not a bad match card. What do y'all think about some of those matches? Real quickly, MJF, Adam Cole, the women's four way, FTR, Young Bucks, Stadium Stampede, Jericho versus Osprey, Golden Elite versus the Bullet Club Gold, Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve and Fox, coffin match, Aussie Open to go up against MJF and Adam Cole in the buy-in 0 hour to the main show.
Hey, man. Like, dude, on paper,
Mm-hmm.
that card that you just announced, on paper, I want to make sure I say it for the record, on paper, has the potential to be one of the best shows in modern history. Now, I will say
Mm-hmm.
this. You said something earlier, and I kind of want to bring it back. You said that AEW has to put out all of their main players. Here's
Mm-hmm.
why I feel like that's kind of a unfair but true assessment of AEW as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to them doing two back to backs as opposed to WWE. You got to remember WWE has what 60 years on them. So that one, but two, they also have three different brands they can work with. A lot of AEW's talent, are pretty much the same guys hopping from brand to brand. Now, yeah, you can say you got a little bit of brand exclusivity now with Dynamite and Collision, but even still, like that's still up in the air. And then Rampage is kind of like the middleman. Okay. Now, with AEW's made their name and their brand by going outside of the company and collaborating with other people for big events like this. So it's like, yeah, I feel like they put on all their top guys, but to
Mm-hmm.
be fair, they don't really have a lot of people to put on anyway. So it's like you kind of have no choice but to bring out all your heavy hitters because you really don't have much outside of your heavy hitters.
What's those famous words in wrestling? Car subject to change.
Yeah,
That's part of the business. Hey, but I want to, but that also plays into what Joe just asked. He said something will happen at the buy-in match that will play a factor in their title
yeah,
match later. That's obvious. Like you said, Fro, what if one of the main eventer players gets injured during the pre-show? Why take that chance? Because
yeah,
well, you're taking that chance, but uh you're hoping with the time frame of when they'll wrestle to when
right.
they go back on gives them time to rest up. And
Yeah,
let's be honest, if it was something that they agreed to do and they wanted to do, just to build on their storyline and to add to that soon to be dysfunction we're all waiting for, Like
Yeah.
something like this. Like they already lost the tag team, the AEW tag team title match to FTR. But that didn't seem to discourage anything. That seemed to further strengthen the bond. So now who's going to feel a certain way if they lose this match? So again, that plays into both parts. Where one, yeah, you could have a potential injury, but that could be storyline that could play into the match, or them losing could piss off MJF, and he don't want to play the best friend role no more, and he goes back to being the guy he
Right.
is. I mean, anything can happen, but if something were to happen, um, God forbid if it's MJF, then you can get anybody. And when I say anybody, there's probably one or two names you can probably throw out there and be like, hey, in case shit happens, I'm going to break the glass and you're going to go outside. You're going to go out there and have this match. Okay, cool. Now, if you're asking me, well, who is that person? I don't want to say his name. I'm not sure if he don't have a match. I doubt if he's going to beat her now, considering he might not even beat her. But then again, if he is there, uh, I can see him coming out, and then that would be something. And it doesn't take much for people to buy into it because they already have a storyline in the history, and we've already seen them two wrestle at least twice, and they both have a victory over each other. So, yeah, there's possibilities of that, but we're going in with an open mind that we'll get everybody as that will be there, and if somebody does get hurt, hey, next man up.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's happened before. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. But overall, we just hope that he puts on a decent show, and at least the guys come out and everybody put on a decent show. I will say though, I need at least two more women's matches,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Athena needs to be one of them.
I agree. I agree.
I need to see her on the show.
Man, shit, while you at it, go ahead, put my girl Willow on there. Go ahead, ease her on the car. So why
Yeah, you
not?
can see it. I mean, I feel like what's name is gonna be on there. I'm hoping at Leo just said a TBS title match. Okay, that they didn't announce it. That's why I'm like they didn't. I mean, I'm assuming we'll get Mercedes versus Chris Statlander at All In. I'm assuming that, but they didn't make it official yet. But I need that to be on there. Um, and if not, then I definitely you can definitely give me Willow and whoever she want to fight up against. I just feel like there's a couple of more women you can add to the pay-per-view to put on a card. If you're gonna add some matches, I feel like that's at least a few names out there you can add to a match. Uh
Hell yeah.
Leo says Stat versus someone seems like it's going that way on Collision. I don't know. I hope it don't. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, unless Collision's gonna be over, if the Collision's gonna be taken live, which they don't tape Collision. I think Collision is actually live. So if they
Yeah.
actually let Collision go over to London, then that's fine if they put the TBS championship because you're over there. You're not here in the States. You're over there. So that's fine. You can do that. But if yeah, they're not going. Um it's taped next week. Well then never mind then. Uh well well damn Leo. See, this is why you the correspondent. Ruining dreams, man. Ruining dreams. Got my hopes all up and he just put it in right fast. Nope. Oh man. But other than that, man, ladies and gentlemen, I think we talked our ear off enough, man. We're getting closer and closer to All In. TK's putting together a pretty decent card. I won't call it 5-star, but I will expect three, at least a minimum of 3.5 stars. I I just being truthfully honest. Um, a lot of talent. I'm not looking for anything too crazy, but and I know some of it will just be for namesake of people being a name in a match. I know some of these matches are that, but there are some matches on here. It's like, nah, I'm gonna need y'all to give me your A1 plus, triple A1 A1 plus effort here. We gonna need it because you still got to leave a mark, and you got to leave a good mark. That's why I'm on the payroll. You damn right, Leo. Uh, you damn right, boy. Collecting all those zero checks. But bro, any final words, maybe before we get out of here, man?
Man, no, bro. Like I said, I'm just ready. We inching closer. We got SummerSlam out the way. That's obstacle number one. We got Fight for the Fallen, Dynamite out the way. I'm ready, man. I'm just ready. I know what WWE can do over in the UK. We've seen it. Just recently
Right.
we've seen it. And for years, for decades, we've known
That's at
the
the council.
power of WWE. Now this is AEW's chance because AEW's had some huge moments. We just celebrated Dynamite 200, right? We just had that. We just entered into 4 years of AEW altogether in general, and now we really get to test the waters. I mean, the furthest they've been outside of the 50 states is Canada. So now we really get to send this thing across the water and see really what they can do. And okay, look, I would say this is probably the biggest moment in AEW history outside of the original All In pay per view. And that's before AEW actually had a TV contract. When they sold out 10,000, I believe, in the Sears Arena at the time, with just Cody Rhodes and the Bucks. And that was all that was announced. And, they sold that 10,000 out in a matter of minutes. So right now is the true defining moment of AEW because AEW, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna belittle what they did before, but it was easy in my mind to be like, okay, you know what? AEW was new then. They had nothing but
They were playing
nothing
with
to
house
prove.
money. Yeah, house money. Nonsense.
Now it's like, all right, bro, you 4 years in. This right here, this is gonna show how loyal AEW fan base really is. We gonna see if
And the
you got the
roster has
international
grown.
reach. Yeah, the roster's grown, but now we're gonna see what that international reach do. We talk about how WWE got a stranglehold on all the territories and all the continents and all the countries. You got the NXT UKs, you got this, you got that. Now they talk about NXT Europe, NXT
Yeah.
Asia. Okay, well now this is AEW's chance to get their foothold out there. AEW might not have to rely on New Japan as much. They might not have to rely on Stardom as much. They might not have to rely on these European promotions as much because now you actually stepping over there. Now you're putting boots on the ground out there. So
Right.
now you might be able to expand like an NXT UK or something like that. But this is step one.
Excuse me. And but mostly you can't forget that this is mostly and big part is for fan service. Like
Yeah.
this is a big thing for them to get over there and to get into that market, which they want to most definitely want to do because they
Mhm.
have more than enough of that market on their roster right now.
Yeah.
So obviously they want to get in, they want to get in over there, but at the same time, because they don't have any long travels, far over or agreements, because WWE kind of owns most of them. So, they kind of blocking people out. So they got to get in where they fit in. AEW still has
Yeah.
WWE still own, WWE still does what they do. And if they don't want people where they go, people won't go where they go. So AEW has to get in where they fit in truly. And they found the spot to get in. It's got a name, it's got a reputation, and all they got to do is show up, and the people gonna show out. And right now, the people are showing you, hey, we gonna show out. We just need y'all to show up.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a glorified TV show, or a glorified house show or TV show if you want to think about it. But because it's the first time ever, um, TK is giving the fans, he's giving the fans damn near, he's giving them the Batista. He's giving them damn near everything that they want. Everything that he can possibly give them, he is giving them.
Yeah.
But with
Now,
that being said, oh, go ahead, bro.
no. Like you said, bro. Like I'm legit just excited, and I'm ready because I know, bro. Once the alcohol get to flowing, once the food get to settling in bellies, once you and I get to really see what this card turn out to be, oh man, it's gonna be a party for sure, for sure.
Oh man, it's gonna be 1 in the afternoon, boy. Oh, little guy gonna be looking down on us like, what the hell is y'all doing? We watching wrestling, guy. Come join us. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we get struck down, that is the GLW Wednesday night block party, man. At AEW Dynamite, man. I am your king. He is your hood tribal chief, man. We will see y'all Friday for that Friday night block party. Until
Chill.
then. Be easy, be breezy, man. We'll see you when we see you.
Peace.